Let's see here. Salutations. Welcome, and I hope you guys can hear me just fine in there. I really do. Let's make sure you can. Yeah, I've got it here, set it here, because one of my clients said they heard my beer hitting the microphone, you know. But we're going to be doing hammer stretches. Give me a moment, we're going to hydrate. So in here I have a pre-workout creatine mix, 2 scoops. It's going to give me plenty of nutrients that I need to basically do these strengthening exercises. And it's going to be very helpful for me who has fibromyalgia, pain, anguish, and burning and chronic and everything, you know what I'm saying? So it's like basically going to be doing a freaking extensive exercise. It's good to make sure you have your canister full of wonderful tasting freaking creatine or something like that pre-workout mix, because if you're like me, who's 50 years old and needs to build upon my body to gain muscle mass and strengthen it, condition it, and make it feel great without feeling sore, I need extra ingredients that I normally cannot even get without overeating. And I don't like overeating, okay? So it's like, you know, so we got to make sure that we all get nutrients and stuff like that in there. Very good, very delicious stuff in here. Now let me show you what I got going on here. So let's go ahead and do a view here. This is the hammer stretch machine that I'm going to be working with. All right. So there we go. So I'm going to have a camera like this, that way we can be full view. Boom. And you're also going to be able to see me in the mirror, right? So there we go. We don't need it that high. There we go. Boom. All good to go. I don't think we need all that in there, right? Yes, we got all that. Now we want to make sure that we are comfortable with our baggies and everything like that. We're going to do some breathing and some movement and stretches. I'm not forcing you, I'm just getting some movement going, you know, opening up the insides, because I didn't bring my gloves. And since I did not bring my gloves, I'm gonna have to show you how to do this without gloves, all right? Because it's kind of the same with gloves, but gloves adds extra freaking protection on your skin, so that way you're not creating calluses or punctures or all that stuff that's in here. As a massage therapist, I do not want to build up on that, so here we're gonna be doing the hammer stretch machine. Now, thank you for that, appreciate it. So this is going to be my next tutorial, which is going to be really great, right? So we have all these options here. We have the weights down there, and we have this knee thing, which I really like. See, I don't care for the foot thing, because when you do the foot thing, I'll show you guys the foot thing, it's right next to it. Look at that, the foot thing. This guy right here. You know, when you're standing on that guy, I'm not going to touch him, so I don't get my hands dirty. And you got this, and you got like 2 bars up on top, right up there. And what's going on with this is that it's keeping your body straight. You're going with your legs on there. But yeah, you can do some leg exercises, which I'll show in another video on this. I'll give you different exercises than this. All right. Looks great, right? I know. Isn't that awesome? So here I'm going to thank you for guys coming in. Please like and subscribe. I'm going to be showing you, I have many other different things I'm going, like the row. I got cable machine workouts and everything like that, so do that. So first thing to do is clean your machine. I haven't even gotten to this yet, so first thing I'm going to do is like use both rags at the same time and just use it like a cleaner. All right, scrubs, go, you know, 2 at the same time. And the reason for that, rags are better than 1. You know, it cleans a lot faster. All the ones, and just clean at the same time. See how quick that was, wasn't it? Boom, all done, and throw it to the ground. Don't clean the not clean. Why? You're going to be touching it. Now, I'm going to be putting this, if we're going to go down here, if you're going to notice, that's right, the weights. No, it's on 40. That's not where I want it. I'm going to pull up my favorite weight. Sorry about that. Yes, I am going to put it at my favorite weight. Okay, and that's where I'm going to put it at, because allow me to be at 80 pounds of weight on there. So let me fix my phone. There we go. I know, right? That's removing everything. Boom. So I'm at 100 pounds. That gives me 80 pounds of weight that I'm going to be using, which is what I want to do. All right, boom. Okay. Now, I'm going to take my bag off so I can have zero restrictions. I'm going to breathe and get up to the height here. And I'm going to start with these guys right here, okay? We're going to do some leverage downs. We're going to come on up. Now put that all the way over here. Now on the machine, it's telling you to do this, all right? And we know the machine tells you the number. But what happens is that you're now constricting and using these muscles right in here, which you don't want to do. So what we want to do is move legs up and sit on our heels. Now nothing here is being used, all right? And yes, this is heavy. I am holding myself up, 80 pounds with one arm. Now look at this. This is going to be relaxed. All of this is relaxed, and that's what we want. Do not exercise with this machine like this. I mean, you can, but what's happening is that you're now basically causing problems. Moving these up and relax it all in. You see now how I adjusted? Now my back and my lower lumbar is basically relaxed. Now now our focus is laterals on this. Now open. My core is open all the way when I'm doing a full stretch down. So that's part of the process when we're going all the way up and down, okay? Full length and stretch. Full. All right. And our legs, like I said, are bent and our heels are here, and this is all relaxed. It's all relaxed. Yeah, I'm not pushing or anything like that. Now I want to make sure my hands are going onto the bar and they're going over like this and then down. All right. Try not to be on your fingers. Try to be below the knuckles. All right. Down, breathe in, breathe out. Squeeze those shoulder blades back. Now, I was doing a tutorial to myself yesterday about this to see exactly what I should put in the video, and came to a lot of conclusions. We're all warming up, so I'm just going to go up and down. I am moving all down, and that's what we want. All right? I'm going to get really with one arm. Now, I'm just doing what now? Going up and down smoothly. We're not yet ready to pound out on doing our sets and exercises. About warming up. Now, come on up, release that leg, and come up ahead and rest. And stretch a little bit. Now, stand here, and I see people just hanging out, doing like this number, and looking, stuff like that. So what we want to do is stretch. So we can do a namaste, and what we want to do is get our fingers to come down like that and bend back. We're always gripping. So we always want to stretch this and stretch all of this, coming all out. So if you watch my videos and my Qigong day 1 to day 6 classes, body movement and everything like that, I teach you how to do all of this already. It's already all there. So you know exactly what to do between your sets. Now, I went ahead and did a set here. Now I'm gonna do a set here. I already did one up. Now I'm gonna come down. All right, sometimes I'll do these first to do the warm up. Now remember to come in here and put your knees forward, kind of sit on it. Sit on your heels. Now this is all relaxed, okay? This is all relaxed. My lower hips and body is relaxed. Now you can see how my dip is nice, isn't it? And this is another reason why our legs are like this. Because if I was holding it like here, and I dip down, now my neck is moving forward. You see, it's like this. And not only that, my back is straight. You see how that is straight? Going perpendicular for going up and down. Yes? Just moving that over for you. Yeah, there's someone right there. You can move that over. There we go. Let's get back on there. Someone's using the next machine. I didn't want that to be too close. Now, see, if you look back and coming down, this is not the correct posture for this dip. So when it comes down, Move the legs forward, sit on your heels, or make sure that your heels are relaxed into your glutes. Now watch when I go down this time. I am at that angle. Now my head isn't doing this with a straight back. You know what I'm saying? See the difference? I was like this, now I'm like this. Now I want to do my reps. Breathing. Breathe like you should. In through the nose, out the nose. Do not exert your breath. Do not hold your lungs. Do not hold your breath. Breathe. You must breathe. Now you can see on my angle, this is exactly. Remember, not straight. Dip at an angle. You have to dip at an angle. That's the whole purpose. I'm going to do 2 more of these. I was not counting. I'm just going by feels. You guys can go ahead and count. Count to 10, count to 12, count to 25. Up to you guys. Or go by feels. Burnouts, whatever you want to do. You've been doing it for a while. If you're brand new to this, go by sets. Start with 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, or whatever direction you want to go. Doesn't matter. It's up to your feels. All right. And do it with that knees out, heels into the glutes. From here, 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 and here, no matter what. And you're gonna have the right angle, the correct angling and curve of your spine by doing that. By putting your legs and knees straight like this onto that, messes all of that up. The building process of your lats, the proper building process of your back and all that. Yes? So, let's get this. Now I'm gonna come in right here, the insides. I really like the inside. Not so much this way, but this one, yes, because I wanna put my hands here, all right, right around that rail. So here you got that little dip. And remember, put your hand in there, and then let this guy come around right there onto the knuckles right there, and then close those fingers in. Same thing, round and close those fingers in and let the wrist come. Get on here, get straight, and then get comfortable on down. This is where you need to be. This is the angle you want. This is the angle you want. This is the angle you want. All right? This is the angle you want. This is the angle you want, pretty much. Breathe and breathe. Now, straight arm, but keep the and breathe out. Now I'm going to show you, see how it's nice and curved properly. My head is aligned just right. I straighten and go down and come up. Now my entire core is inactively, accurately activating. All right. Now I'm straining a lot more. Strain. Now I'm properly activating my upper core. And that's work done. And tricep. Really hanging here onto my hands underneath my knuckles. To strain. Do that. So now, and I'm only doing something at 85 pounds, which allows 85 pounds of weight. Right there. Good. Now we're going to do some exercises, straightening. Let's do some neck movement, neck stretches. Don't leave it there in one place between every rep, every exercise, every set. Relax it out. Open things up. You know when you see people doing this before they, get into those deadlifts and all that stuff. Now we're doing upper body lifts, so we must do the same thing. Make sure you're well fed and eating and you don't starve yourself and get cramps and hurting stomachs. Make sure you do the proper thing. Oh, I just did 3 sets. Let me hydrate. Well, actually I did 4. All right, so back to the tutorial. All right, so far we did a tutorial on this and how we have to have our back at a slant, not straight. Improper dips, proper dips. All right, our arms need to be like this when dipping, not like this. All right, for the proper amount of lift that you need and exercise that you need to get you the best muscles that you need, to strengthen that you need, to want as you need, that kind of stuff. All right, so we're gonna do another these right here, and then I'll get back to these guys because we got to swap it out because these are tough. So you see how I'm straight again? You see how I got that, my back is straight and I got that awful upper body, upper neck curve there. That is so much better. You see, it's no longer there. Now, I'm gonna sit on my hip, sit on my heels, and it's just nice and relaxed. I'm gonna start, get my body in position, my muscles in position, you know, and then come on down. And you can see how I came down at that slant, and my head here, my head is here, I'm gonna come up. Now I'm gonna really exercise. I already showed you the first time. Now, if you notice when my arm comes down, 90 degrees. Well, it's perpendicular to the planet. You see that flatness? Don't go here. That's too far. You stop here, okay? Don't go further. Unnecessary to go that far. That's not the purpose, is to overextend. Good, good, good. Breathing and exercising. Stay flow. This is good movement. I'm paying attention to my hips. I'm paying attention to my upper body. I'm paying attention to my, making sure I'm relaxed on the lower body. I'm making sure that I'm doing the proper coring with my gut. On the way down, on the way up. Releasing the core, constrict the core. We're good. Yay. I'm not doing burnouts today. Do that on your own time. I'm not going to sit here and do 400 of these. All right. It's time to rest. Slow move and breathe. We're about now. Let's go ahead and stretch the arms. Stretch the arms. Now, you can do it as fast as I am, or you can spend longer moments on your stretch because it's all about how you are feeling about it. We'll do 2 fingers at a time. Stretch these fingers. We're here to rest, right? But we're also here to get better. This is self-therapy between sets. Self-therapy between sets is necessary to better body improvement. And you can also go in here and massage. Remember, we are here to get our body better because my hands strain for the work I do. I bet you your hands for whatever. And what you must do is not just exercise. You must stretch, do movement and body movement, breathe through it, and get better. Now, so I'm still feeling yesterday. All right, so I want to get in here. Remember, I'm going to put my palm here. My thumb is here. All right, move it over and let the hand down. Palm in, move it over, let the hand down. Come on up. Relax everything, go down. Make sure everything's proper on the way down and proper on the way up as you breathe. And now, nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Crunching the core. Crunching the core. Crunching the core. Stretch, use the bars to stretch. Relax, stretch those thumbs. Use the bars to stretch those thumbs. Shake it off. I can feel that in my wrist, so let's move this off. If you're old like me and your wrists are hurting, get a massage. And then also do some self-therapy. Feel great about this, you know? Breathing. Figure out your heart rate. Mine is going pretty fast. So I'm going to wait for my heart rate to drop a little bit. I've got to pay attention to our heart rate. If it's pumping really hard, that means we were exercising really hard. Therefore, we must go ahead and relax to where we drop the heart rate down. And then that is when we do the next set. What do you think? I was just standing here talking to you for no reason? There's reasons. Our muscles are feeling great. I'm now stretching it after the exercise, which allows the lengthening. We're gonna hold on to the bars. I'm gonna do a forward fold. We can do a bar right here as well. Forward folding. And then we can also get on our toe balls of our feet and stretch the calves. Of course you can't see that, but I'm on the stools. My feet are on the stools. I just put the balls of feet on the edge, and I'm gonna drop my heels downwards and hold myself here in a forward fold, which allows me to relax my entire upper body and let the heels down and stretch. Like I said, I gotta get my heart rate down. But you don't wanna do this one first. Heart rate needs to go down by half before you put your heart and your head close to each other and the pathway of blood. So you gotta make sure you're not doing that. So my heart rate went down, and now I'm able to do this, do a forward fold and stretch. Never forward fold until your heart rate is down. Come back up, nice and easy. Check your heart. Good. It's time for the next one. And I just did those, and now I want to work my way out again. So I'm going to do some outs. Remember to put your palms in there just right. Get up on there, breathe, settle in, and now exercise. Don't just go out, making sure that you are in position, that you are ready for your breath. I already took my breath. I took my 2 breaths, and then I started. Now you started, put it at 120. If you want to do it's like less weight, more. That's good for losing weight, strengthening, conditioning your arms, and stuff like that. My half of my body weight at 85 pounds. Now, after you did your first set of your burnout, of your rep, getting in that, now that weight from 100 to 80. It says 70. So I'll go to 70, and then it gets more intense, and you're ready for that. I'm going to do doing 85 pounds of my 185 pound body weight. Then I'm going to up the weight or drop the weight. So it basically ups my body weight. I'm gonna pound out with much more heavier weight, like 100 pounds of my body weight instead of 85. And then that, but I'll make sure that's all in sets, not burnout. Lighter weights on burnout, heavier weights with sets. Got yourself there. And you gotta do it functional. So if you watch my videos, it's functional weightlifting. You start off with your first set at the lightest. So you usually wanna do, if you're like weigh 100, 200 pounds, right? You put this guy at 140. It's to test yourself, especially if you've never been on the machine before. All right, and then that's just basically a warm up. You do this, you do that, proper body weight, proper positioning, proper everything like that. Then you get onto the weights, and then after you do your warm up, then you raise the weight, lower the weight, and then you do more body weight, and then you get used to that, especially if it's your first time. So you want to make sure on any machine, when your first time, you do the less weights, do the warm up, and then adjust the weights a little bit more to feel that little bit of burn by the end of the rep. Out at the end of the set, the third set, at the end of the rep. Then when you feel that burn by then, you do it, more weight. You know what I'm saying? Or you do like same weight, actually, then you do more reps. Same weight, more reps. And then you keep next time, same weight, more reps. basically set of basically 8, then you do 10, and then you do 12, and you do up to 20. And now you're doing 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. This is how I got to this point. I did 20 reps, 20 reps, 20 reps, and then I did, and I started off with that lightweight, my body weight. I'm only actually lifting basically 30 pounds of myself. When you're first starting off with fibro and hurt and pain and anguish and accidents and injuries and everything like that, start off light. If you don't have the muscle mass, you don't have the injury, because all you're going to do is hurt yourself. You're going to hurt your muscles, cause severe soreness, severe ache, severe pain, and you're going to rely on me to work it all out, which it doesn't get worked out because you went back and didn't listen to yourself. Listen to your therapist and to yourself, all right? And you really don't listen to yourself. You really don't know what you're doing. So you want to go basically into it. So make sure your weight is lowered, and then basically you build up on that, all right? And appreciate that, and then you appreciate yourself a lot more, and you feel a lot better, and you're not gonna. And then over 2 years of this, when you finally went from 140 pounds to 100, not 100 to 10, not full body weight, and you're lifting yourself now, you must spend at least 2 to 5 years going from 140 to 10. Depends on your strength, your conditioning, and your genetics, and everything like that. If you're starting off in anguish and anxiety and pain, it should take you 2 to 3 years to get to where I'm at. Okay? I'm not joking. Every time you go and you're taking your 10-pound dumbbells and you're doing this, and you do 10s, you did your set of 8, and you did your set of 10, you did your set of 20, and you're 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and then 20, 3 reps of each. And by the time the year passed, you're now ready to, go to 4 sets of 8, 4 sets of 10, 4 sets of 20, and then you raise the weight to 15 pounds. And then you do 3 sets of 8, 3 sets of 10, 3 sets of 12, 3 sets of, all the way up to 4 sets of 10, 4 sets of 12, and 40. And then once you get up to 4 sets of 20, you drop that again to 3 sets. And you raise that way up to 20 pounds. 20 pounds, 3 sets of 8, 3 sets, because you have to spend years getting there. Years. And that's how you're gonna build strength, condition, stabilize, agility, mobility, and get better with your body and your muscles and make it stronger to last longer to your days. But if you go from, like I said, 10 pounds to 20 pounds to 30 pounds in 3 months, you're causing problems. Major problems. And I feel that in everybody's bodies every single day when I'm working on them. All right, let's get back to this. All right, so I want to get into this guy. Did I do this guy? Yes, this one. So I'm going to come up here, breathe, get into my work. All right, get my legs where they need to be. All right, this is where they need to be. If you haven't seen the beginning of this video, please watch this tomorrow when YouTube allows it to be uploaded. It will be on there for you to watch this whole thing and how to start from the beginning. You see how my back is curved? It's got that slant that we need when we're doing our dips. Keep your legs relaxed, lower body relaxed, and still activate core. You must activate the core yourself. Don't use the body weight to activate core. Breathing while activating. Oh, good. Doing because we don't have time for this video. And I want to move on to the next exercise after I do my warm-up. Before you go from here to up here, we exercise, we do our warm-up. Palpate, massage our muscles. Breathe while you palpate. Do not hold your breath palpating. Shake it off. Shake off the palpate. Nice and easy. Don't force it. Just do some Qigong movement. All right. And slow down. And breathe. Heart rate is up from palpating. Heart rate will raise up when you're palpating. If you feel anything, like I'm right now feeling this in my shoulder, it's basically telling me that I am now basically ending my freaking sets with these, because I already did how many sets, how many reps so far while doing this video, going through this tutorial. So I'm now feeling it. I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna do my sides. Oh, I'm gonna do these outside since I didn't do the outside yet. There's these ones. So I'm gonna get my palm up here. Remember the palm? Curve into the palm. All right, go up into the palm. curve in. One leg up, breathing. Another leg up, breathing. Get comfortable, holding. Now, there's many ways to exercise. So now I'm going to basically, now that I taught you how to basically do the tutorials, I want to show you some freaking advanced stuff. I'm going to come down and hold them. Now it's time to plank. Make sure you know you're paying attention to your arm perpendicular with the planet or the floor. Then let it go and ease down. Plank. Now hold that plank. Hold the core. Keep your neck relaxed the whole time. Now, this entire time I've been doing this, my shoulders, my traps, and my head and cervical neck has never once been used. I'm not see? I'm not working. It's not muscles for my arms. And I'm not do not breathe into your upper chest. Breathe in. Naturally expand your chest. Will naturally core out on your breath out. And breathe in. Holding. Head is relaxed. Everything's relaxed. And I'm holding my. This is how orangutans hold themselves. If you use a. Oh. Let's go ahead and allow. This is strenuous on some people. Wear gloves, and you basically will have less strain on your hands and less pinching right there. You can tell right in that. You can see the colorization and the pinching that I did right in there. And that, what I did here is to help prevent a lot of that. And also, don't hold. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's show it on your with your phalanges. All right. These right here, don't hold here. You hold here. You need to hold here, not here, because that's going to cause a lot of strain and pain in your hands. And then you're going to be like, whoa, what's going on? Same thing with barbells, dumbbells, everything. Do not hold onto those unless you do want to do that full exercise in and out, but that's not really holding, that's doing an exercise. So make sure you're not holding in your phalanges. They're just there to clamp in, to prevent fall. Oh, I am done. Oh, that felt great. It's moving out, now it's time for clean up. Oh. Thank you guys for watching, viewing, and go back to the very beginning if you haven't seen the beginning of this and get the full tutorial. Not today, tomorrow, after it's all been freaking just basically circulating to get uploaded. All right, subscribe and watch more videos. I thank you. 30 minutes is good for this one. You have a do day, and get better. Do your qigong, your stretches, your body work, get massages, all those other things, and keep watching and get better. Self-heal, self-therapy. Appreciate it.